wanted to take a moment to share a little bit about me. Not because my story is perfect, but because God's grace is. I'm a living testimony of the grace of God. I gave my life to the Lord at the tender age of 12. And from early on, I was deeply involved in ministry. Church wasn't just something I attended, it was a part of who I was. I love God, I love His presence, and I desire to live a life that honors Him. But like many people, especially when you're young, life doesn't always unfold the way you expect. Even with a foundation in faith, I made some mistakes along the way. And one of those moments that changed my life forever was becoming pregnant as a teenager. At 17 years old, I found out I was expectant, and not just one baby, but twins. I remember that moment so clearly. I'm usually very talkative, but when I found out I was carrying twins, I had nothing to say. Words failed me. I was young, I was scared, and I didn't know how everything would work out. But what I've learned over the years is this: God is not shocked by our story. He is not intimidated by our mistakes. And He is not limited by the detours that we take. Romans 5:20 tells us that, but where sin abounded, grace did much more abound. God met me right there in the uncertainty, in the silence, in the questions I didn't know how to ask. And instead of shame defining me, grace carried me. Becoming a mother so young shaped me in ways I never imagined. It stretched me, it matured me, and taught me how deeply God can sustain you when you don't have all the answers. And believe me, I did not. My sons are a reminder that God can bring purpose out of pressure and beauty out of situations we never planned. The reason I wanted to share this is because someone out there is watching may feel disqualified, overlooked, or defined by a chapter they wish they could rewrite. But I want you to know your story isn't over. The word tells us, and we know that all things work together for the good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose. That's one of my favorite scriptures, Romans 8:28. Everything I am today is because of God's mercy, His patience, and His unfailing love. I am still growing, I am still learning, and I am still walking this journey with Him, one step at a time. This channel is a space for real faith, real life, and real growth. No pretending, no perfection, just trusting God in the process. If my story encourages you, even one person, to believe that grace is still available and purpose is still possible, then my story is worth sharing. Welcome to Flow with Nicki.